Gonna wait for people to come in before I start rambling on like I usually do. Got a little bit of skip going on. See, one person is in here. Sounds like we got some lightning around too. Oh, 2 people. All right. Give it about another minute or so, and then we'll get started. So people can come in. And while you guys are waiting to actually start, we will turn up the radio a little bit so you guys can listen. Oh, somebody just contacted me. Cell phone. All right.
Hello, Rochester, New York. 702 Jamaica Radio.
Oh, 702 Jamaica. I'm gonna grab my handy dandy camera out. So I might capture it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try. Need that there. How about that 702 Jamaica Radio, 309 Central Iowa is trying? Hey, faded out on me.
And no words, switching off the no words, all of the traffic, we're on the center of listening out, and all of the traffic, switching off the 702 radio.
How about that 702 Jamaica Radio, 309 Central Iowa is trying? In case you guys are wondering what radio I'm using. Sounds like he's a little off today. "702 Jamaica Radio, 309 Central Iowa is trying." I guess conditions just aren't really that good. How about that 702 Jamaica Radio, 309 Central Iowa is trying? You can get back to me. 702 Jamaica Radio, 309 Central Iowa is trying? "001 Jamaica, I hear you in there, 309 Central Iowa is trying." Well, how about that 702 Jamaica Radio, 309 Central Iowa is trying? How about that 702 Jamaica Radio, 309 Central Iowa is trying? Ah, damn it. He's not coming in. He's saying he can't hear me. All right. We'll turn that down for a second. Let's get started. Good evening or good afternoon, fellers, ladies, everybody who decided to join in and listen to me ramble on the radio a little bit. It's Corey Random Guy here with you and the weekly live. You guys are doing phenomenal. I appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate everybody commenting, viewing. Hell, I've even upped subscribers. I'm up to 422, I think is what it was last time I looked. So, anyway, I have a little bit of a surprise. But, before we begin, let's go ahead and say this, get this out of the way. We still have that P.O. box for the channel, okay? You guys go to the About section and find the addresses there. That's where they will be. I'm always open to fan mail, postcards, whatever. It's fine. So, I'm going to take a second to say hello to people who has commented in there. It's like, Ranger, howdy, how you doing there, buddy? Adam, all right. Skip is rolling a little bit. That's awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. How's it going? Hello from Portland, Oregon. All right. All right. How's it going, Gerald? All right. So I did earlier have video on my camera, okay, of talking to somebody over there in Oregon. Guess what? It didn't record it. This is the second thing that has stopped recording in the middle of it. It's ridiculous. I don't get it, but I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to keep trying, you know. Hey, Skip is rolling a little bit. I got my ICOM in the house. I'm still looking for my old camera. I'm going to set up a tripod in the house pointing at the ICOM, so anytime I'm having a Skip event day, I will be recording it, so this way I can bring it to you guys so you guys can hear it. I did get a mystery package in the mail. Yes, it's already opened. Yes, it's already operational. This just came in, I think it was, oh God, sometime last week it came in. So, I'm going to show you guys what it is. You guys remember? There you go. Oh, you guys probably can't see that very well. Here. I'm plug in the lights. There we go. That is the new power supply for the shed. That is a 40 amp power supply. It's pretty nice. I've got it set for about 14.2 volts, something like that. Give it, you know, a little extra boost or whatever. 14.2 isn't going to hurt nothing. You got to remember, like, yeah, Adam, I have to agree, 40 amp, holy moly. Now, what's really weird about this, that gauge is off just a little bit, okay? It's not perfect, but you know, it's pumping the full power. Now, with the amp and the radio hooked up to the same supply, it is pushing or pulling maybe about 15 amps or so with the amp and the radio at the same time. So yeah, it's pulling, you know, but this power supply is not complaining at all. That needle will go maybe halfway, and that's about it. But like I said, I have it set to about 14.2 volts. You got to remember your vehicle charges about anywhere from 13.8 to 14.5. So having it set to about 14.2 is not going to hurt anything. In fact, it's actually going to help older radios anyway. And not only that, I figured if I'm going to be running an amp, I might as well bump the voltage up just a tick to help with the voltage drop. So it seems to be working fine. I mean, it's doing beautiful. And something else I did not show you on that power supply, which is pretty cool. Ugh. Let me open up the front here and I'll show you. So in the back, it's got the 40 amp supply. Up front here, it has a 6 amp plus and minus, and it has a 10 amp cigarette lighter output. It's pretty nice. And I'll switch over to voltage. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's running probably right about 14.5 or 14.2, 14.5, according to the gauge. Now, I put my multimeter up on it. It's only pushing about 14.2. This knob here changes it. That supply will actually go up to about 15.45, so I'm just going to say 15.5, and it'll go clear down to 4.5. So it's got a pretty wide range of stuff out there. And I see that I got a like. You guys smash that like button. You guys are doing phenomenal. I love this. So the radio that I have right now is the one that's slightly off frequency. I think you guys seen that earlier. It's this one here. It is slightly off frequency. The clarifier has to be turned to about 11 o'clock position in order for everything to sound normal, which is fine. It's not too terribly off. I'm not going to worry about it. It sends plenty of power. It makes that amp push out about 100 or so, maybe a little bit more. It could very well push maybe like 110. Who knows? But I will say this: for an amp that does not have sideband capabilities, as long as you're talking decently fast or making noise in between your words, the relay stays connected. So it's pretty good. I mean, it's really, really good. So I think that little amp is going to stay around for a while. And it is a single pill. In case you guys forgot about it last time, it is a single pill. It does have a Toshiba pill in it. I could probably maybe put another pill in it, but I don't know jack squat about that, so whatever. Now the radio that I did have here is having an issue. Oh yeah, there's the box that it came in. Caught. You guys remember the Uniden Bearcat? This little guy here is having an issue again. I'm going to take it back to the shop where I bought it from and have them take a look at it again. Just, I don't get it. It acts like it clips. Okay. I'm not sure why, but it acts like it clips. Like it'll go full power when you're talking and then all of a sudden drop back, and I know it's not a capacitor issue, but it drops back. I've never figured out why. It's done this before, it's been fixed once, and now it's having the same issue again. But I think, let's see if I can tell, I think this one is a 2015 model. It was made in Vietnam. I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell. Somebody in the comments can tell if it's... There's the back tag. There's the serial number. Okay. So I'm not sure if maybe this is an earlier model and it has bugs. I don't know. But I do want to get this one fixed. At 148, Gerald, yes, I do plan on getting the 148 fixed. Right now, Let's see. Adam just asked, does it act up on the 40 amp power supply? Yes, it does. It still acts up on the 40 amp power supply. Unfortunately, I can't get it to function properly. So, and it sounds good. I've had a lot of people say, hey, it still sounds good. So, yeah, how's it going, David? How are you today? But yes, Gerald, I do need to get that 148 fixed. You guys know Gerald and everybody that I talk to off of here. You guys know that my situation and why I haven't gotten it fixed yet. David, it's good to hear that you're doing well. We're doing okay too. We're still alive and kicking, breathing, and screaming. Not much more you can ask for that, right? Gerald, how'd the whole house go? All right, so we went to go look at a house today. Okay, we were gonna do it, I believe Thursday. We never did, but we did go out and take a look at it today, and way over our price range. They wanted $575,000 for that house. It's a four bedroom, 2 bath or 3 bath. I'm not sure. However, it's immaculate. It's got quite a bit of space and whatnot, and it's out in the country, and that would be a really ideal house. However, it is over $500,000. There's no way in hell I can afford that. Not only that, the estimated payments on that thing would be over $2,500 a month, and I'm thinking, there's no way I can afford that. So we're just going to keep looking. We're going to keep looking. The Explorer is down at this point. It blew up a wheel bearing. It's not a big deal. I get paid Monday, so I'll get the parts, throw it back together, and call it a day. For now, it's down. Which is okay. I mean, too bad it's an easy fix. We're trying to kill the damn thing, but, it's just refusing to die. It's like a zombie. Let's see. Lots of things have happened this week. Lots of things. A lot of it I can't really get into. However, it's been a really crazy week. Let's just put it that way. Been working, been coming home, dealing with a bunch of other crap, and then there you go. Take it out in the backwoods and shoot it. You know what? If I had somewhere to take it and shoot it, and I didn't have to worry about any other vehicle, then I would do that. Maybe one of these days it'll be traded in for something a little bit nicer or something like that, so I can quit putting miles on my Crown Vic. For now, the best one I got out of my fleet is the 2008 Crown Victoria, which is gathering miles like mad because, that's all we're using basically. Use it, go back and forth to work. The 03 is being used right now. The 03 Crown Vic, while the Explorer is down. But, it's an easy fix. So I got to be thankful for that, right? Can't sit there and think about the negatives and all the yada, yada, yada. It is an easy fix. Although my landlord did completely cry and whine at me about it. He's like, oh, you can't be doing work here like that. Dude, I ain't got no choice. So he's like, well, you're not supposed to be doing that, and you better not do it again. I'm like, how about you drop your attitude towards me? I also told him, I was like, guys, just look at the other people. Okay, there's a person down here at the bottom of the hill that has their car up on jack stands with no tires on it. And yet he's complaining to me about a vehicle that's just broke down. I took it apart, took the whole hub assembly and everything out, and realized what needed to be done. And, well, he's complaining about that. So, whatever. You know what? This is a big reason why we want to get out of here, because we're sick and tired of the landlord getting on to us about stupid crap, but yet not getting on to the other people about the same daggum thing that they're doing that I'm doing. It's ridiculous. But like I said, you know, it's an easy fix. All I got to do is slap the new bearing in, slap it back together, and start it up, start driving. Simple fix. At least to me it is. Other than the craziness, there really isn't much except for the new addition to the shed, which is the power supply, which was desperately needed. So, I know who it came from, but out of the respect of that person, they would rather remain anonymous, which is perfectly fine. So, you know who you are. Thank you very much for the power supply. It's definitely a good addition to the shed. And actually, believe it or not, this power supply here will run that ICOM no problem. That ICOM only pulls about 20 amps max, I think is what I read on the specs. So, if the original power supply for the ICOM decides to die, then I have this one to put it on. Oh, nice. See? I guess my vehicle's not the only one that's refusing to die. Now, mine doesn't have, that Explorer does not have 200,000 miles on it yet. It's still got, I think it's like 186,000 or something like that. But, excuse me. It's definitely hard to kill, that's for sure. Skip was rolling earlier. I made contact with Bermuda. That was one. I made contact with California. I also made contact with Bermuda. That was very strange. Never made it that far, and this is the first time I've heard Skip from out west. Adam, I hope you're not. Adam, our connection, or my connection out here in the shed, isn't as good as what it should be. So it will buffer from time to time. You know, it's just the way this computer works. So. Mark. How's it going over there in the UK, I do believe? Mark Aller? I think you're over there in the UK, aren't you? I think so. It's the only other Mark that I know that watches my YouTube videos. I think you are. Yeah, I think for now we're gonna try to maybe find a house to rent and get out of this crap hole. that we live in. Because honestly, I'm tired of the bugs here. I'm super tired of the bugs here. The bugs are absolutely insane here. I mean, you go outside at night, and I'm not joking, there is roaches everywhere. It's literally everywhere. Out there in the driveway, in the grass, they're everywhere out here. So I think like I said, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to find somewhere to rent, a house preferably, to rent, and go from there. 77 Dodge with a 318 with over 450,000 miles on it. Wow, holy snappy moly. That's a lot of miles on a 318. Holy Shabitsky. Those 318s are pretty good though. The old ones especially. The old cast iron engines. You cannot beat those engines. Everybody says, oh, well, these aluminum engines are a lot lighter and they're a lot more efficient and they can go for miles and miles and miles. Bull. Nothing can beat a cast iron engine. I don't care what you do. Nothing can beat it. Yeah, you know, Gerald, you just made a good point. I've got a lot of people that talk to me on Zello, that have my phone number, that I talk to on Zello and stuff like that. They all live way far away from here. It's where they live, you know, they know people and stuff like that. And as much as that is much appreciated that you guys are, you know, looking into that sort of thing, we can't leave the state. You know, it really sucks. We cannot leave the state right now. You know, as much as I would love to just uproot and just go somewhere else and call it good, start over, that'd be great. But I can't right now. So, I'm kind of stuck. And Gerald also put on there, said like an old 350. You know what? Those old 350s, I am not a Chevy person by any means of the word Chevy. Okay. But I will give every old vehicle the credit where credit is due. The old 350s that Chevy came out with, you couldn't kill them. Now, depending on the 350, it had head problems, okay? It kept cracking heads. Right in between the valves is where it would crack. You know, and I'm not sure what that problem was, but, you know, I don't know. 350s, the Ford 302s, and the Dodge 318s, as Adam just put up there, are the three best engines that any manufacturer has ever made. I don't care how you slice it. Super easy to work on if something goes wrong. Super simple. And you can make a shit ton of power out of them. So, you know, you take your pick. Honestly, if the engine in my 2008 decides to die, I am debating on putting a 351 Windsor in it or a 302 Windsor in it with a 5-speed transmission behind it. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. Of course, the engine is not dead yet, so I'm just going to keep it going. Gerald, the old 225 inline 6 for Dodge, I think comparatively speaking, between the Chevy, Dodge, and Ford, I would have to go with the Ford 300 inline six. The slant six for Dodge, yeah, they were okay. Oh, Kansas, okay. Sorry, Mark. I know another Mark. He's over there in the UK, so I didn't know if that was you or whatever. So anyway, yeah. Hey, welcome, Mark from Kansas. That's awesome. Yeah, those Ford 300s, man. Those things were stump pullers. You know, even the Chevy. What was it? The Chevy 250 inline sixes. Those things were pretty powerful too. And then, of course, the 225 Dodge slant six. Those were pretty good too. But I think comparatively speaking, between all three, the Dodge 250 the Chevy 250 and the Ford 300 inline six, those are more closely matched versus the slant six. I hate to say it. I am a fan of those slant sixes, but they're not stump pullers compared to the Chevys and the Fords inline six. How's it going, Dallas? I'm glad you made it. That is awesome. And Adam, your friend still has a 300. Holy crap. You know, it's really hard to kill those engines. I don't care who you are. Those engines are hard to kill. I've seen guys run those things completely out of oil and knock and all kinds of stuff and blah, 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 blah. They put oil in the damn thing and it shut up and acted like nothing ever happened. I don't get it. Ford did really well when they built those. You know, and I think, Adam, you are right on that one. And also the Chevy and the Ford inline sixes were also built for torque than power. I think I think it was an 89. Had a 4-speed with Granny Low. I think it had like 160 horsepower, but like 270 foot-pounds of torque, or maybe almost 300 foot-pounds of torque or something. It had a lot of shit ton of torque. Hardly any power, but man, did it have a lot of pulling power. Oh yeah, see, Dallas said he had one too. It had the inline 6, 4-speed with Granny Low, fuel injected, and it was an iron horse, I tell you. I miss those engines so much. They were not very good on fuel, though. Boy, I tell you what, they'd suck down the fuel like crazy. But hey, guess what? You'd have all kinds of power behind it. So, hey, what can you do? Give you guys a little bit of a story, Dallas, now that you've said that you could pull a horse with that. Give you a little bit of a story. My 89 F-150 had, let's see. My 89 F-150 had the inline 6 with 4-speed Granny Low. I was able to pull 2 Chevy pickups and a FedEx van out of a ditch on gravel. Of course, you know, they helped where they could. Because the 2 Chevy pickups, apparently their 4-wheel drives decided to quit. And the FedEx van was full of packages. And all 3 of them were in the ditch. And I just hooked up to my little Ford, and they're just like, this thing ain't going to pull it out. Okay. I threw it in Granny Low and yanked all 3 of them out. Daisy chained them together. Had a chain on mine, onto the Chevy. Chevy had it hooked up to the other Chevy. Then that other Chevy had it hooked up to the FedEx van. So, with their help, of course, I was able to pull all 3 of them out of the ditch. And they just kind of looked at me like, what in the hell kind of engine you having? I said, just a stock Ford inline six with granny low. That's what I had. And it was not four-wheel drive either. It was just two-wheel drive. So gravel, street tires, granny low, inline six. Pulled all three of them out. No big deal whatsoever. Yeah. Adam, you're right. You know, those inline sixes, they were kind of designed off of a diesel type deal. Even though they were gas, they were designed to have 3 to 4 times higher torque than horsepower. You know, they were built to pull. They were built to, haul. They were built to do, just workhorse stuff. And the 300s were no joke. They were no joke at all. Yeah. See, if I could find another pickup like that with the inline six in it, I would nab it. Honestly, I would. Nobody's giving you an oh yeah, Kevin. Oh, Jesus. How's it going, Kevin? So, yeah, anyway, it's a pretty good engine. I would love to find another Ford, even if it's just two-wheel drive. I can throw sandbags in the back. It's not a big deal. But I can definitely jump all over that if I find one again. So long as it's not completely rusted out, Welcome to the northern states where they use salt that eats vehicles away. Kevin, I don't know if we're supposed to have severe weather tonight. I'm not sure. I keep hearing that. You're like the second or third person. Let me check the weather here real quick. No. Looks like the severe weather is going to stay south of us, like down in Oklahoma, stuff like that. I'm checking the radar right now to see what we got going around. Got a little bit of stuff flowing. It's not terrible. Looks like it's kind of fading out as it gets here. May have stuff coming up from the northwest later, but it's nothing extravagant. Probably a little bit of rain. So, but yeah, we're not gonna get it down there in Missouri, Oklahoma area. Yeah, Gerald, 3 on a tree with a 300 in it, huh? Damn. Runs on LP. Somebody gave Kevin an oh yeah. Nice. Right, Dallas, you're right. You will never see that again. The 3/4 ton F-250s actually had that engine in it. They offered it in it. So, yeah, it's definitely doing good. And Kevin, to answer your question, Jason seems to be doing good from what I know. So, I don't really talk on Zello too much anymore. I've got so much other crap I'm dealing with, so. Been trying to catch Skip using my camera, but I don't know. Things just keep breaking down on me and saying, nope, you're not doing anything. I'm still debating on setting up a live. Yeah, Skip's quiet here too. Think about setting up a live, like almost, like 24/7 almost. But the problem that I'm going to run into is the noise that this computer puts off. And of course, connection issues and all that fun stuff out here. So, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about having this radio and everything on at all times, and whether I'm in the house or out here, you guys will be able to see see and hear the action. So, I do need to know if it'll affect anything because of this computer. This computer, like I said, we all know this thing puts off a lot of interference, travels through my coax, and transmits out the other antenna. So I need to do something with that. I would have a live thing set up in the house, but I got kids. They like to be loud and obnoxious. So setting up a live out in the house, not a good idea. So I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out. I may have to do a little bit of rearranging, maybe, and get this computer moved like back here or something like that, away from the radio, which is over here, and maybe that'll cut down on some of the noise that I'll be hearing. So I mean that's always a possibility too. So we'll see. But if I do that live 24/7, it would be running constantly. I wouldn't shut it off. I'd just leave it running constantly. So, maybe YouTube will let me to do that. I don't know, but we'll see. Probably come out here and check on it every once in a while or whatever. Actually, yeah, last week he was talking to France, I think is what it was. I don't think it was he might have been talking to the UK as well. I know there was Skip out, going out that way last week, so I did get to see that. Oh, crap. I did get to see that video. I thought it was super cool. Of course, like I said, he doesn't have near as much interference as I do, so he's able to get out a little bit better. Oh, okay, so it was in the UK. Okay, that's cool. But that's still what, a 4,000 or 5,000 mile trek across the water? I mean, that's still a really good distance for radio waves, Has anybody been listening to an SDR over in Taiwan lately? There's a lot of weird stuff going on over there. You guys should go check it out. And in Japan. Japan is another one that you guys want to go listen to. It's really weird. I mean, Taiwan is constantly getting hit with over-the-horizon radars. In Japan, I've never sat down long enough to listen to the intervals. However, you'll be listening to everything over there in Japan, and then all of a sudden everything just blanks out. Like there is jammers everywhere. You look at the waterfall; it's just all over the HF spectrum. And I've tuned the SDR to one of those columns there, and it sounds like a jammer. And it would last for about 10 minutes, and then go away, go back to normal. And then it would come back. That's just roughly speaking of time intervals. But it's really, really weird on what's going on over there. How's it going, RC man? Been talking over the pond all morning, huh? That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna maybe set up a live thing pretty much all the time for radio skips. I don't know. I just don't know how I'm gonna do it yet. I've been thinking about it. I mean, and it would be running 24/7, so it's not like you guys would have to stay there the whole time. You guys chime in, come out, whatever. And I see that I've got 7 likes so far. You guys are doing phenomenal. Please keep it up. This is awesome. You're past the YouTube algorithm. Help the channel grow. So, but yeah, it's been one hell of a week. Got new power supply out here in the shed, and I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do for a pretty much a constant live all the time. So that's kind of what I want to do. Now, here's a question. You guys have seen my antennas. Okay? You guys have seen my antennas and where they're placed. Would I have to move one of those antennas somewhere else in order to not cause any high-pitched screeching or anything like that? I mean, am I going to have to move something in order for it to work, or would it be okay just sitting there? Because usually when I'm talking skip, I turn the power up on the ICOM all the way, which will push about 150 whiskies. It's kind of what I want to know. I don't think I'll have to, but, I guess I could certainly try, right? Yes, it would be a good question for Motor Junkie. Hopefully he'll come in here. Oh, Lord. Here we go again. You guys heard that, right? Okay. So that means I'll have to move one of the antennas. Actually, I think the A99 is going to move anyway because I need to put it in a clearer spot and away from the tree. But I can give it a shot, I guess, and just kind of see what's going on. Tell you what, how would you guys like to see a trial run of the whole live thing for a few hours? Like after we get done here, I'll set up another live so that we can test this whole thing out and see what it does, see how it sounds on this end. Or I can just make a video. Well, hey, you know what? I've had 2 people say I do. All right. Yeah, then I got one dead tree on the north side of my house. It's dead. It's dead, and they're not doing anything. Looky there. Look who just decided to show up. Mower Junkie. How is it going there, buddy? Have you enjoyed the skip today? How's your family? How's everybody? Awesome. Hey, Mower Junkie, I got a question for you. I'm thinking about setting up basically a live stream almost 24/7. Okay. I want to I've got my ICOM in the house, and I want to have something set up for this radio in here. Oh, and Mower Junkie, I also got a new power supply. Well, new to me. This is it. It's a 40 amp. It's a diamond. And it works pretty well. Yeah. Whee! But the big question I have for you here is, do I have to have, am I going to have to move or separate my antennas a little bit more than what they are? I've got about 15 feet in between each antenna, because I got one on the north side of the house, one on the south side of the house. So you tell me if I need to move one of them. I do kind of want to try to do a trial run, just for a couple hours, just kind of see what it does, and then go from there. But I'm not sure. I mean, I guess if I stick on 38, Skip's dead right now. I guess we'll see. 512 Ohio is in here. Awesome. How's it going there, buddy? Nice seeing you. So, let's see. Yes, thank you. Yeah, somebody sent that to me anonymously, so it's pretty good. It's like I said, it's a 40 amp. Give me a second to open up my doors. I'm gonna kind of try to point the camera on the antennas that I have, and I want to see if they're far enough apart or they need to be further apart in order for this whole live thing to work. And Mower Junkie, this is actually a question for you. You might be able to tell me. I have no idea. I think they're far enough apart, but I don't know. It is cloudy out here today, so hang on, guys. We're going for another ride. This. Oh, really? Okay. I lost video. Let me see. How do I do this? That's not good. Let's see. Let's go customization, details. Sorry, guys, I lost video here. Hold on. Let's see if I can get it back. I don't know if it's going to let me. Use the camera. Dang it. Guys, I may have to stop the live for a minute.